freshman year started out really rocky. It definitely wasn't like any normal freshman going into high school. My freshman year started 2 months later than most people going into high school. I had a severe eating disorder that landed me in the hospital for 2 months. And I had to figure out how to get healthy again and do that before I even went back to high school. So I ended up missing the first 2 months of high school my freshman year, which was really hard, but it made me determined to get back into it and train hard and go into track season really strong, because I ended up missing my cross-country season. But that ended up determining me to train hard and do really awesome things for track season. And that ended up working really well for me. The week before track started, I ended up meeting my amazing team. And I had so much fun freshman year. I was on varsity, and I got to do all the big fun meets that all the varsity kids got to do. And I ended that season with a 5:56 mile and a 12:22 2-mile, which was really good. I was one of the top girls starting out my freshman year, which was really exciting. And then going into my sophomore year, the summer starting out, I was training all with the guys on their team, and we did a training camp called Camp Anasazi, and that was really fun. It did my first longest run and highest mileage week there. I ended up hitting like 60 miles that week, and doing like my longest run yet, which was 10 miles. And it was so fun, and the food was very interesting, but really good still. And then I went into my first ever cross-country season, which was so fun. We had the best team. Our girls' team was by far like really on. It was like all seniors. It was really fast and fun. We ended up winning districts, which was so fun. And we even got to go on like the football stadium and like walk through and like say like, "Ooh, we won," which was really fun. In sectionals, I placed 10th, which was really good, and I even got like a really cool medal for it, my favorite one by far. And then I ended up the season getting the most value distance girl for cross country, and that was so fun. And it was really rewarding after a long season. And then winter preseason, I did my first ever half marathon, and this is where I first got introduced into trail running. I ended up setting a course record, and 2 hours and 28 minutes for that race, and I was super proud of that. And then track came around. I was still on varsity in my second year, and I was determined to get better PRs. And I ended up just doing that, and I got a 12:25 in the 2-mile and a 5:46 in the mile, which was my fastest PR by far. And then I ended that season getting the most valued distance girl for track and field. And the end of my sophomore year, I also tried my first mountain biking race, which was the Whiskey 30 proof. I did so well. It was so much fun in that time. I even tried starting my YouTube channel then. I have some really fun videos from that.
Have a great one, man.
My junior year for cross country and track ended up not as much as I wanted it to be for time wise or just mentally wise. My junior year cross country season, I ended up putting too much pressure on myself to perform, and it led me to being burnt out during winter season, and during cross country season I ended up plateauing at 20:44, but we did end up making it to state that year still, but it just wasn't the season I wanted to have, and that kind of frustrated me a little bit. There was big changes on the team that year. I went from mainly training with the guys to just training with the girls, which was really different for me. The mileage was different in the paces, which my body wasn't used to. And going into the winter, I was definitely very burnt out. But that led me to wanting to try something new. So I ended up doing my first ever triathlon, which was the Iceman triathlon. And that was so fun. I never knew something could be so hard but yet so fun at that point. And swimming, I had never swam in a lake before competitively, so that was really exciting. And then track season rolled around, and it ended up still not being what I wanted for my junior year. I ended up not PRing at all, and I ended up crying after like most of my races, which was pretty disappointing. But if it wasn't for my coaches, I wouldn't have probably made it through that season. They really helped supported me through all my hard races I had that year. And without them, I probably would have quit running. So I'm so grateful to have them in my life. Going into my senior year, I had huge changes. I knew that mindset that I had last time was not going to work. So going into the summer of my senior year, I got some well-deserved mental and physical rest, and I tried to find what made running fun for me, like what made me want to keep running. So I got heavily into trail running.
We made it on top of the mountain. Look at the view, it's beautiful. But now it's my favorite part. Snack time. There we have new gels. They're really good. And I'm not sponsored by them. So, yay! Cheers! Yum. I don't know how people don't like trail running. Like, look at this view I have. Like, that's crazy. There's like nobody up here.
Trail running. I absolutely love trail running now to this day, and I'm so happy to keep pursuing it. And I also got really heavily into mountain biking. And I also tried my first ever Olympic triathlon going into my senior summer. And that was so fun. And I'm doing it again this year, and I'm so excited to do that. I didn't know you could hurt so bad and also try to take a nap. Like after the race, I tried to take a nap and it just hurt so bad. But like a good hurt, and I was so excited to do it again this upcoming year. And then leading into cross country, I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to enjoy my last year of running with this amazing team that I had. And I thought if I was having fun, the times would come. And it worked out. I ended up getting the closest I've ever been to my PR, which was this year, which was 20:08 for my 5K. And that was super exciting for me. I was just so happy I didn't have the season I had my junior year. And then coming into track season, I was really scared about going into a new season and repeating what would happen last year. But I ended up also, at the same time of doing track, I did mountain biking season with maketh. And I ran super consistently for the 3200s. I didn't get any PRs, but I wasn't out to have PRs, I was just out there to have fun, and I ran very consistently. And I also did a 100-meter dash just for fun. You know, it was my senior year, I had nothing to lose, so that was really fun. I ended up getting like 16 seconds, which is not bad at all. And then after that ended, I ended up doing a half marathon. Again, I went to the Four Peaks again. I did that my sophomore year of high school, and I improved by 10 minutes on my half marathon time. So that shows that I was improving, maybe not in the short 5K distance, but I was still improving long distance wise. And that was really exciting for me.
Crazy scene change there. We're now in the desert. This is a place I have grown up in. The great state of Arizona. There's cactus and mountains and beautiful desert behind me. Why I say all this? Because my next big chapter in life, I am heading to Fort Lewis in Durango, Colorado, which is the exact opposite of where I'm living. It has forest and water, and that is nowhere near me right now. So I'm really excited to see how that is. I've never been in seasons because it's either hot or cold here in Arizona. I haven't seen leaves like change colors before, so I'm so excited for that. And then I also haven't been in snow. I've only been in it like twice, and it was for like half an hour maybe. So I'm excited to live in it for a little bit. But saying all that, I'm super happy and excited that I'm attending Fort Lewis this upcoming fall. And I have to give a huge thanks to the people who got me here, my family, my friends, and my coaches. Without them, I would not be doing this, or even have thought about this college, or having said any of this. It's just crazy that like 5 months ago I had no idea that I was going to be going here, and here we are. You know, it's like it's happening in like a month. I'm going to be moving there. It just seems unreal right now. But I'm so excited to bring you guys along on this chapter. Oh, and also another big note, I am doing their mountain biking program team, so it's going to be really exciting. I'm going to make cool videos on that. But it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. There's a lot of trails up there, so I can do so much trail running. But thank you for watching. And I think there's something coming over there, so I'm going to back away from it.